Hey guys, it's Imaginary People Frankie, and this is just a tutorial on how to make heterochromia contacts the easy way for my new eye mesh. So what we're going to do is pretty much start the same way as the other tutorial. So I'm going to be working with the contacts I want to be heterochromia, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to save DDS, save both images. And then in Photoshop, I am going to open, find it, my PSD file, and of course open the contacts. Right, and I'm going to do the same thing, so I'm going to say layer from background, and I'm going to check the size, so 2048, so I'm going to make this the right size. I would do it in 2048 anyway because you're shrinking it from this size to this size. So if your contact image isn't 2048, I would make it 2048. So change the image size to 2048 anyway, because that way you don't really lose that much quality. Okay, now that I've made a layer from background, it's called layer 0. I'm going to duplicate this layer to my UV. Now, the action is only going to run if it's called layer 3. If it's called anything else, it won't work. So make sure it's called layer 3 or rename it to layer 3 and then run the action for 2048. Right, first of all, I want these contacts as a normal version too, so I'm going to save this as a DDS and call it 1A. And then I'm going to save, once it's saved that, I'm going to save only the left eye. Save as DDS 1B. And then I'm going to save only the right side. C. Right, now I'm going to delete layer 4 and layer 3. So delete these layers and put all those back on. And then I'm going to do the same with this one. Layer from background, duplicate layer to UV PSD, and run the action. And I'm going to save the same thing. So save this as 2A. To B, and to C. Right, once you've done all that, you can go back into your folder. And first of all, I'm going to replace the original contact. So I'm going to replace this image with the duplicate one, with both eyes, and replace this one with the recolor for both eyes, and save that. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make new contacts. And the easiest way to do this is to make one contact that only has the left eye and one contact that only has the right eye, and then to just layer makeup in CAS. And this means you can also pick and choose different contacts, like one of the pictures I showed. So I'll show you what I mean, because I've already done it for some, and then I'll show you how to do it. So this is my first left eye contact. You'll see his eyes look screwy. And you can see here that it only has the one eye and not the second eye. And the cool thing is, because you don't like if you want to say 7 eyes to be heterochromic or to be able to mix and match them, I wouldn't make your own file for each one. So I've got, you can see here that's another different eye here, and then it's another completely different eye here. So literally I've just made them as different recolors, which makes my life a lot easier, because in that way I have only one makeup file and I can just choose them out. But so that you don't get confused, the best thing to do is open your contact file again, and if it has a thumbnail, export to file and export it. Right, now what you're going to do is you're going to open the thumbnail, and literally what I do is I just take a text box and I write an L for left eye. And I say a file, save as PNG, not DDS, and I call it L. And then I change the text to R. And this means that if I have multiple recolors in one file, I know which eye is which. PNG. Now, you would do these steps for as many eyes as you want to be heterochromic. I wouldn't do more than 6 or 7 in one set anyway. And then you'll load TSR. Right, now what you're going to do is you're going to import your contact file, or any old contacts, it doesn't really matter. Right, name it whatever you want. Maybe if it's just one creator's contacts, name it that. I'm just going to call it left 2 contacts, maybe, so I know what I'm talking about. Okay, now that I've got that, I'm going to click on this face overlay and I'm going to import only the left eye, so 1B. It's done, and on this pop-up you will press yes because you want to replace the 2-eyed one. And then on the mask I will import only 2B, that one. Done. Yes. Right, and now to make a new recolor you're going to say duplicate. You've made changes? Yes, keep changes. And now you can import the next contact. I'm just going to import some random ones. So here I'll take 2B. Done. And this time you have to press no, otherwise it will overwrite the first one. And import. Sorry, my screen's gone black. That doesn't help. There we go. Now we're back. Import 1A. Done. No. And make another. Yes. And these eyes have the same recolorable channel, so I don't need to change that, but I can now import next image. Again, press no, and I don't need to change the mask, which is kind of cool because that saves me a lot of space. Now, once you've imported all the files, what I would do is I would export this to a pack file and reload, because if you import thumbnails and then TSR crashes, it'll delete your thumbnails again. So I would always import thumbnails as the last thing I do and always restart TSR in between. So now I'm just going to import the pack I just exported. Right, and make sure you've ticked toddler all the way to LZO male and females ticked. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here to tint color A, and it says cast thumbnail, and I'm going to import, no, wrong context, the one that says L. And then my secondary color, I'm going to import the correct one for this one, so it's the one that says 2L here. And the third one, I'm going to do the same thing. And I'm going to import 6L. Right, once I've imported all my thumbnails, so I know what I have in CAS, I'm going to go to Edit Project Contents, select everything, export, and call it CAS on simply left 2. And then what you always need to do, run it through Themes 3 RC. And now you're pretty much going to do the same procedure again, but you're going to import left and not right. And make sure that you also import the thumbnail so you can see what you are doing. And yeah, that's pretty much how you make heterochromic contacts, because obviously then you can recolor the left contact and then layer the right one on top and give it a different color. And that's the easiest way to do it. So I hope that clears up some confusion and makes it easy for you guys to use my eyes.